If I told you my story, you would hear hope that wouldn't let go. And if I told you my story, you would hear love that never gave up. And if I told you my story, you would hear life, but it wasn't mine. If I should speak, then let it be of the grace that is greater than all my sin, of when justice was served and where mercy wins, of the kindness of Jesus that draws me in. Oh, to tell you my story is to tell of Him. If I told you.
To the Still Heart team and Goshen team in Kiryandongo district. That is the land where we have most of the people from the refugees and landslide victims in Uganda. International in the US. That is a non-profit and a company that's mandate is to help communities in Africa, to provide them access to opportunities that they otherwise are not able to access. In conjunction with Ndikyo Agribusiness, that is a management company, agricultural management company in Uganda. So the two of them, Ndikyo and Still Heart International, have partnered together to form Still Heart Homes. And we are working currently with different communities within the disadvantaged areas of Uganda. Right now, I am here at the Goshen Blessings site in Kiryandongo with the Goshen Blessings team. And we have come to do a training of the different farmers in the crop that we are trying to promote for them. We are going to help them in contract farming, where we provide trainings, technical skills, and the market for a crop. What we are talking about is chia seeds. Now, this is a superfood internationally, and it has so many health benefits to both the individual and medicinal benefits as well. And so we come here, get the communities, train them, give them the technical support, and walk with them through the planting, weeding, and harvesting and post-handling until we buy the crop and pay them 4,000 shillings per kilogram. Now, compared to other food crops that are being grown around, which are like around 300 shillings, this is something of a big break, a major break for them.
Yes, I'm called Pastor Robert Masaba. Hi to you all. In the first place, I'd like to thank the Almighty God for has enabled all of us to be alive at this time. I want to thank God for all what I've done in this place called Goshen Blessing chapter. And this Goshen Blessing started as early as 2010. Before it came in fact this place was quite rough, but with its introduction, it has tried to change people's lives compared to how it was before. And we are very happy when the Goshen Blessing came in, it started helping us treat one poor hole, though it's not enough to sustain the people around. Also, it has introduced us as school. People are moving very long distances from here to about 6 to 7 kilometers. Now we are very happy they brought us here near services. We also have problems of mothers, pregnant mothers. They have to move up to Kiryandongo about 12 to 11 kilometers, or they come about 80 kilometers. So majority of our ladies have been dying. But we thank Goshen Blessing when it came in, partnering with some churches from USA, like Pastor Anita and the other friends from USA. Really have transformed this place so much. So we thank God who have brought us Still Heart. Really thank Madam the CEO who has come also to introduce the new crop. Throughout this period we've been suffering so much because of fluctuation of prices, maize, up, down. Now as we talk on it has dropped to 300, 250, which cannot make us able to send our children to school and do other development like structures and so on.
So my name is Brenda Salira, and I am I live in Uganda, and I work with Ndikyo Agribusiness, which is my company, and I have been dealing with the community here to try and lift up the livelihoods of these farmers. These are people who are vulnerable, who practically were resettled, relocated from their homelands and brought to a place like this. They have the land, they have the vast lands available to their use, but the startup capital is a challenge. And together with my partner, Roger Morgan of Steelheart International Foundation in the US, we have tried as much as possible to sensitize, to look for the market for the crop, to see how we are able to help these people get out of the rut that they have found themselves in. And currently we are trying to look for finances for the seeds, for the plowing, for the weeding, because it's going to take a while to employ people if it is there. Some families are one person, and so this takes a while. So different things to help them, and this will be taken off from the produce after they have harvested. And that is our call for help. And once we get this program established, and then from there we'll help them to the next stage, which is building the houses, because many of them don't have homes. Many of them are living in huts, in mud houses, which you have seen. And we would like to create a program whereby they can pay for the housing long term through the crop that we have secured the market for.
You have managed your cheer properly. You have planned for it properly. You understand? That's what farming is. Because maximum depends on your management practice. So why I'm saying minimum 200, maximum is God is concerned. Meaning if the soils are very fertile, the yields are, you got the rains at the right time, land preparation, weed management, all those parameters are very, very. In a mango, somebody got 420 kilos in an acre's business. This is something that has no pest, there are no diseases. See, I just told you, we have the market. May I work with the Godson Commodities. We grow, process, and export chia. We are the best exporters in Uganda.
Of this product of chia seed, I bought the seeds, and I expected to plant 3 acres, but now I thought I would sell my maize and I used to plow the garden and also do other things. But now the prices of the maize have gone low as 300 per kilogram. And now as I was counting and calculating how the 15 bags I got out of the 3 acres of my 3 acres, when I calculated to sell, it needs me to sell all the 15 bags to have the money to plow my garden and plant the chia seed. So, and also the family needs something to eat. So really, it was very difficult for me to plow the garden because it would need me to sell off all the 15 bags and I will remain with nothing. So now we have failed to plant chia seed because now the prices are low as 300 and nothing I can do now. So we are stuck, and many of us, we are stuck in that way. That's why we have not planted yet, and that's why we are calling upon the leaders, or our leader Brenda, possibly if there is any help that he can bring to us, and at least we plow the garden. Because we also, when she introduced this crop to us, we are so happy because it is a crop that is going to lift our lives from that frustrating maize all the time. The prices goes low, goes high. We don't know really what we can get out of it. So
plowing, I paid 50,110. Now you are telling me to plow.
To plow that one.
Where am I going to get my debt? Yet I have very many problems. School fees is there. Kitu going back to school. How are you going to assist me?
these are communities from, this is the refugee area. This is communities from people from Mount Elgon who have been relocated, and they're starting life afresh. So this is the activity that we're doing with them. We have our market for chia, and now it is the startup capital that is a challenge. And that is why, for even, because we had done a budget, if we calculate, it will take them around $300. Sorry, 350, it is 150. That is for the first plow, the second plow, the weeding, the threshing, the harvest, which is little money in the US. But for them, it is something which is going to help them and help them start their future.
We planted maize last season and we're selling it now at 300 shillings. We can't be able to build better houses for ourselves.
So what we are doing with the program right now is that this is mainly for food crops, and we, in the cooperative that we have set up, each farmer is to give 1.5 acres out of their 2 acres, which will go for the chia crop, where it is 4,000 shillings, which is around, how many dollars is that? Around $1.7. $1.7 per kilo compared to 300 shillings, which is the price of maize. So if they can have that as the commercial crop and grow their food crops, the maize and the beans on the other 1 acre, as well as get them a house that the chia can pay for, then it will help to uplift their livelihoods. Because what we're looking at is not a handout. It's mainly a hand up to help them utilize the resources that they have to help get their standards of living much better and to help the entire community. We have over 1,000 families in this resettlement, and some of them didn't get any houses, any help from the government. Like you can see these, while the other houses were built by Habitat for Humanity. Those were around 270 houses out of the 1,000 plus in Boost Foundation International. Is to give everybody an opportunity to restart their lives once again. And we are asking that you will come in and stand together with us to see this dream come true. The program that we are doing here is that the other parts, people are still in mud houses, people are still in tents, and that is where we come in to try and bring for them low-cost housing with our partners, Steel Hut International in the USA, and then Ndikyo Agribusiness partnering in the agriculture, contract management, so that through the agriculture we can create a mortgage kind of system where we would help these people build the houses, which is between $3,000 to $5,000, and that is around 10 to 18 million compared to the 30 million of that. And this is a 50 meters squared house, much bigger than that, and takes only 3 to 5 days to be built. So we're hoping that's an intervention which can come in handy and it can be something affordable. So if we can do that and get them into this program to be self-sustainable, you know, this whole program, this whole dependence of people on aid, you know, just give me and after a few days it is all gone, is not going to help us develop at all. So we need to create the importance of people standing up from the very beginning, starting from scratch, being the means through which they'll help themselves. And that is what Ndikyo is all about. The word Ndikyo means I am the root. So we are the roots of our own development, and that's the gospel.
Of Jesus that draws me in. Oh, to tell you my story is to tell of Him. If I told you my story, you would hear a victory over the enemy. If I told you my story, you would hear freedom that was won for me.